What's up, fry fanatics? I'm Quacker's Co, and this is the fish fry for October 23rd, being held at Sockeye Station. Our cookware for this rotation are the Dark Tetra Doolies, the Squeezer, the Nautilus 47, and the Rapid Blaster. I recently saw a poll on YouTube about what everybody's favorite salmon run stage is, and with over 60% of the votes, it was for Sockeye Station. And that makes sense. With how paintable the stage is, and how big that wall is, it gives us plenty of space to breathe and to use all these different movement capabilities that we got. And that tower gives us a great view of where all the bosses are spawning. And this rotation is a little unique, with all the weapons having about the same range. So there'll be a good cost to paint these walls so that we can get around. The more paint on those walls, the more chances we have to grip something instead of having to fall down to the level of the salmonids. So it helps to know what to do in order to paint these walls the quickest way possible. On the tall part of the tower wall, it always helps to do up and down movements. But for the longer parts of the tower, it helps to swim a ways, that way you can paint more with your range, and then swim a ways so that you can fill up your ink on what you just used, and then paint some more. The system also helps you to be moving around the map and seeing what's going on. And even when things get stressful in this stage, there are so many different exit strategies and corners that we can cut. But one interesting thing that I see people miss all the time is this corner right here by that long tower wall. Considering the simple movement of the salmonids, they will never be there unless you are standing there. So as long as we keep that painted, it will always be a vantage point that if we fall off that tower wall or if we're trying to get back from the shoreline, it's a quick way of getting back up. And if you like doing squid rolls off of walls or wall jumps, if you didn't know, you can spam the B button to give you a speed boost up the wall. Combining that with the wall jump will give you extra speed to get up those walls just a little bit quicker. So remember to not just use those walls as a way of moving around, but also a way of moving the salmonids around to a more opportunistic area. Especially during mud mouths. Those walls always help getting that ink back for throwing a bomb. And on a low tide, we don't get to use that tower as much, but we can remember to use those fish sticks as vantage points similar to the tower. And as long as we cover our areas in ink and cut corners, this area is so open and easy to get around. During a high tide Goldie Seek, the tower and the single platform are connected. And vice versa, the basket valve and the double platform valve are connected. So if you hit the tower or the single platform and it's tall, then it's going to be the other one. And during a normal tide Goldie Seek, if the three gushers on the shoreline by the tower are short, it will be the gusher right by the basket. And with all of our weapons having about the same range and the same damage output, we will have to jump around and have different roles in the matches. So if you're in a Quahog charge, don't feel bad about hopping into that turret, even if it seems like those Quahogs are a little bit too close. And the Snatchers can't get up this wall as fast as we can, so keep an eye out for them to score a couple extra eggs. And a general Splatoon tip, if you're not swimming in ink, you do get ink back slowly. Then once you go into the ink, you get your ink back more quickly. But what's interesting is if you swim through ink and then jump through the air, you still get that ink recovery while you're in the air. Remember that if you get to the end of the ink trail and jump, you will get some extra ink back as you jump your way into enemy ink. Combine all these different movement capabilities together, and it's no reason why Sockeye Station is a majority of people's favorite salmon run stage. Alright, let's get into the cookware. Our first cooking utensil are the Dark Tetra Doolies. The Dark Tetra Doolies are unique in that they have 4 dodge rolls that they can do. These 4 dodge rolls can work really well on getting out of enemy attacks, or used to quickly move your way towards an enemy on the shoreline. But you gotta be careful about the cooldown that these weapons have. You can either use all the dodge rolls really quickly, or space them out to be more strategic in what you want to accomplish. The dark Tetra dualies also give you more of a chance to use that tighter spread after you do a dodge roll. It also has a faster fire rate after you dodge roll, so this weapon can be a really strategic tool on both splatting bosses and lessers. And if you didn't know, jumping off of something that's high and doing a dodge roll gets you to the ground faster. So make sure you use that on that big tower. Our second cooking utensil is the squeezer. The squeezer's pop shot has the farthest range in this salmon run, so you have to remember to switch in between taking out bosses and taking out lessers with your two different firing modes. It works incredibly well on taking out a steelhead on a single cycle and then switching right into lesser control. So remember to keep this weapon topped off because there's going to be moments where you need that pop shot. So do your best to understand the exact range that you have here. It is really useful. Our third cooking utensil is the Nautilus 47. The Nautilus 47 is a unique weapon because it can hold its charge while it swims through the ink, unlike any of the other splatlings. This weapon also does have really good damage output, being able to splat 2 Quahawks in a single charge. And also, if you get it right, you can take out a stinger with this single charge too while you slowly move your aim upwards while firing. Because of the weird mobility of this weapon, you'll probably do best with moving around in more of a defensive way, always keeping a little bit of distance between you and the salmonids. Our fourth cooking utensil is the Rapid Blaster. The Rapid Blaster has a pretty impressive fire rate, allowing you to easily switch between taking out bosses and taking out lessers that are creeping up on you. And with our range on it, the weapon actually has really good mobility. So don't feel too bad about pushing shoreline bosses. Just remember to always have an exit strategy with this weapon. So it might be better with this weapon to move the salmonids into better locations, that way nothing will ever creep up on your back. And like I said, weapon rolls are going to be really wonky in this one, so everyone will probably have to do a little bit of every job. So try to stay calm and look for every little spot of ink that you have on those walls. I promise you, you'll find more ways of moving around this map than you could ever think. So think creatively, and good luck on this rotation, because next time we're on Sockeye Station, it will be all random. And remember that the fish fry comes out before the stage rotation, so if you want to catch these updates when they're hot and fresh, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. And if you want other fellow Grisco employees to receive these tips, make sure you like and share the video. Bye-bye.